different car brands in the United States. There are American brands and imports, trucks, SUVs, sedans, sports cars, and of course, lots of crossovers. There are pricey cars and perhaps more affordable cars, but one kind of car that appears to be disappearing is the cheap car.
They told you cheap cars were junk, but they never told you about these. Buried in used car lots across the country are vehicles with real performance, real reliability, and price tags under $5,000. They are not broken, they were just forgotten, and while everyone chases the same overpriced brands, these deals are vanishing in silence. Why are these cars still so cheap, and how much longer will they stay a secret? Because by the end of this video, you will not just save money, you might never look at a dealership the same way again. Ford CMax Hybrid. When saving fuel without giving up comfort tops your list, the Ford CMax Hybrid stands out as one of the smartest used cars around, despite being overlooked by most buyers. With a fuel economy rating that regularly exceeds 40 miles per gallon, this compact hatchback delivers savings every time you fill the tank. And in July of 2025, it is not uncommon to find clean, well-maintained examples, listed between $5,000 and $7,000 across several states. What makes the Ford CMax Hybrid special is its seamless combination of practicality and efficiency. It is powered by a 2.0-liter Atkinson cycle 4-cylinder engine paired with an electric motor, together producing 188 horsepower through an electronically controlled, continuously variable transmission. The result is a smooth, quiet, and refined ride that feels far more premium than its price tag suggests. The regenerative braking system captures energy during deceleration, further maximizing efficiency. While it may lack the flash of modern plug-in hybrids, the CMax is reliable, low maintenance, and engineered for long-term savings. Inside, the cabin is deceptively spacious. Thanks to its tall roofline and smart layout, passengers enjoy ample headroom and cargo space, with more than 24 cubic feet behind the second row and over 50 cubic feet with the seats folded. Higher trims feature amenities such as dual-zone climate control, push-button start, and Ford's Sync infotainment system. The ride quality is calm and composed, making the CMax an ideal commuter car or small family runabout. But if you want space without sacrificing power, this next one delivers something the CMax never could. Saab 9.5 Aerowagon. At first glance, the Saab 9.5 Aerowagon might seem like an oddball pick, but for those who know, this turbocharged Swedish sleeper is one of the most thrilling, underrated performance wagons ever sold in the United States. In its final model year of 2011, the 9.5 Aerowagon delivered European luxury, family utility, and sports sedan acceleration, all wrapped in a design few Americans understood. And today, because of that confusion, it sits abandoned in used car listings for less than $7,000, offering luxury and performance that rival 10-year-old BMWs at a fraction of the cost. Under the hood, the Aero model comes equipped with a 2.8-liter turbocharged V6 engine that generates a muscular 300 horsepower and nearly 300 pound-feet of torque. Paired with a 6-speed automatic transmission and available all-wheel drive, this wagon could rocket from 0 to 60 miles per hour in under 7 seconds. Yet despite its performance, the 9.5 Aero remains refined and composed, with a suspension tuned more for high-speed cruising than corner carving. Inside, the cabin reflects Saab's aviation-inspired philosophy. The dashboard curves toward the driver like a cockpit, complete with green-lit gauges, a center ignition, and aircraft-style air vents, heated leather seats, dual-zone climate control, a panoramic sunroof, and an optional Harman Kardon sound system add to the luxury feel. The cargo area is expansive, making it a true family hauler in disguise. But not all sleepers are wagons. Some are hiding in plain sight with V6 badges and forgotten pedigrees. We spent hours cross-checking real-world data to find these. If that helped you out, give it a like and hit subscribe. You'll never waste money on the wrong car again. Acura RL. If you want flagship luxury without the premium badge price, the Acura RL is your secret weapon. Produced between the year 2005 and the year 2012, the RL was Acura's attempt to compete with top-tier sedans from Audi, BMW, and Lexus. It featured cutting-edge technology, a smooth V6 powertrain, and one of the most advanced all-wheel drive systems of its era. Yet despite all that, it never quite captured the market's attention. And now, in the used car world, that neglect is your opportunity. The RL is powered by a 3 3 7/10-liter V6 engine that produces 300 horsepower and 271 pound-feet of torque. Mated to Acura's super-handling all-wheel drive system, the RL delivers exceptional stability and cornering confidence, especially in bad weather. It is not a performance sedan in the traditional sense, but it is fast, smooth, and incredibly sure-footed. The ride is soft without being floaty, and the cabin stays whisper quiet even at highway speeds. Inside, you will find a cabin packed with features that were cutting edge in the late 2000s and still feel relevant today. Navigation with real-time traffic, adaptive cruise control, a premium surround sound system, heated and ventilated leather seats, and even collision mitigation braking were all available. The build quality is excellent, and because many owners babied these cars, you can often find them in pristine condition for less than $8,000. The only drawback? Styling that blends in more than it should, and a badge that never fully captured luxury buyers' hearts. Still too fancy? Let's downshift to something weird, rugged, and unexpectedly practical. Honda Element. Versatility doesn't get more tangible than the Honda Element. Boxy silhouette and purpose-driven design, the Element ranks among the most utilitarian vehicles ever built by a Japanese manufacturer. Its charm lies not just in its distinctive appearance, but in how that design delivers. The squared-off body creates massive interior space, ideal for outdoor gear, pets, or even a full-size bicycle without removing the wheels. Clamshell doors and a flat load floor make entry and loading easy, while the rear seats fold up or come out completely, transforming the cabin into a compact cargo hauler. Built with durability in mind, the entire cabin is washable. The floors are rubberized, the seats are water-resistant, and the layout is intentionally simple, because Honda knew the target buyer wanted to use this vehicle, not just admire it. It was never meant to look luxurious. It was designed for people who live out of their vehicles on weekends, whether they are camping in Yosemite or surfing in Santa Cruz. Under the hood, the Element is powered by a 2 4/10-liter inline 4-cylinder engine. It is not fast, but it is built to last. Front-wheel drive was standard, with available all-wheel drive models that could handle snow, gravel, and mild off-roading. Many well-maintained Elements have passed 200,000 miles with ease. The Honda Element was discontinued after the year 2011 due to slow sales. But now, in the used market, that obscurity works in your favor. Prices typically range between $5,000 and $12,000. Now let's go from boxy to bullet-shaped. This next one has curves and torque to spare. Hyundai Genesis Coupe. If you have ever wanted a sports coupe that drives like a muscle car but costs like a commuter, the Hyundai Genesis Coupe is your secret weapon. Its standout appeal lies in its rear-wheel drive layout, a rarity at this price point, and its choice of powertrains that transform it from a tame daily to a track-capable thrill ride. This is not your average economy coupe. This is a legitimate rival to the Ford Mustang and the Chevrolet Camaro, only far cheaper in the used market. The Genesis Coupe came with two engine options, a turbocharged 2.0-liter 4-cylinder and a naturally aspirated 3.8-liter V6. The turbo model offers nimble performance and solid efficiency, while the V6 delivers more than 300 horsepower and the kind of exhaust note that puts grins on faces, paired with either a slick 6-speed manual or an automatic transmission. Both versions offer a fun and engaging driving experience that continues to surprise owners. Beyond the power, the Genesis Coupe's design is sharp and aggressive. It looks fast standing still, with muscular fenders, a low roofline, and a sporty stance that turns heads even a decade later. Inside, you get bolstered seats, intuitive controls, and tech that, while simple by today's standards, still holds up for a driver-focused cabin. When new, the Genesis Coupe had trouble breaking into the American muscle market, mostly because of brand bias. Hyundai was not yet associated with performance. That misunderstanding worked against it then, but works for you now. Used models can often be found between $6,000 and $11,000, depending on mileage and condition. Speaking of luxury disguised as economy, this next one fooled everyone, and now it's cheaper than ever. Buick Regal Tour X. Imagine a German-engineered all-wheel drive wagon with luxury ride quality, cargo space to rival a crossover, and a badge no one brags about. That is exactly what makes the Buick Regal Tour X so appealing. The main attraction of the TourX is simple. It is a hidden European wagon in American clothes. Built on the Opel Insignia platform and assembled in Germany, this is not your grandfather's Buick. It is a sophisticated road tripper with real utility and seriously underrated performance. Under the hood, the Regal TourX packs a 2.0-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine delivering 250 horsepower and 295 pound-feet of torque. Standard all-wheel drive gives it real confidence on wet or snowy roads, and the 8-speed automatic transmission makes for smooth cruising. It is not trying to be a corner carver, but it rides quietly and comfortably at highway speeds with a planted, refined feel. The TourX features a long roofline that increases rear cargo volume dramatically, up to 73 cubic feet with the rear seats folded. That is more than some mid-size sport utility vehicles. Inside, it is well equipped with heated seats, dual-zone climate control, Apple CarPlay, and Android Auto. Despite its many strengths, Buick's wagon barely made a dent in the U.S. market. Fewer than 10,000 units were sold across all 3 model years. Why? Because Americans bought crossovers instead. That lack of popularity has crushed resale value. You can now find used TourX models between $10,000 and $15,000. Want something even rarer, with off-road chops and the most underrated all-wheel drive system on this list? Suzuki SX4 Crossover. If you are searching for a vehicle that delivers true all-wheel drive capability, compact urban maneuverability, and long-term affordability, the Suzuki SX4 Crossover quietly checks every box. Originally designed as a joint venture between Suzuki and Fiat, the SX4 Crossover was engineered for versatility and resilience, qualities that have kept it alive in the used car market even after Suzuki exited the United States market in the year 2012. This small crossover was available with a real intelligent all-wheel drive system that let drivers toggle between front-wheel drive and lockable four-wheel traction, something very few crossovers in this class ever offered. Powering the SX4 is a 2.0-liter 4-cylinder engine that delivers around 143 horsepower and 136 pound-feet of torque. That engine is mated to either a 5-speed manual or a continuously variable transmission, depending on the model year and trim. While it is not a performance powerhouse, what it lacks in speed, it makes up for in reliability and simplicity. Parts are widely available and inexpensive thanks to global parts sharing with other models and suppliers in Asia and Europe. Maintenance costs are among the lowest in the segment, and the SX4 has built a quiet reputation for enduring high mileage with minimal drama. In today's used market, you can find a well-maintained Suzuki SX4 crossover for between $3,000 and $5,000. And unlike most cars in that range, this one does not feel disposable. It feels like a tool you can trust. But what if you want a luxury badge with a reliable heart? Here's one everyone missed: Infiniti M35 and M45. Wonder what luxury looked like before depreciation tore it apart? Meet the Infiniti M35 and M45, two mid-size executive sedans built between the year 2006 and the year 2010 that quietly outclassed their competition. Infiniti designed these to go head-to-head with the BMW 5 Series, and in many ways they did, but almost nobody paid attention. Packed with technology years ahead of their time, both models featured adaptive cruise control, lane departure warning, premium leather interiors, real-time navigation, and active steering systems, all offered as standard on many trims, not as overpriced options like their European rivals. The M35 came equipped with a 3 and 5/10-liter V6 delivering 280 horsepower, while the M45 housed a 4 and 5/10-liter V8 pushing over 335 horsepower. Both used a 5-speed automatic transmission with rear-wheel drive standard and optional all-wheel drive on select models. Smooth, composed, and built to last, these engines still impress today. Inside, the M Series is surprisingly refined. Quiet cabins, plush leather seating, analog clock details, and real wood trim create a luxury experience that feels far above the used price tag. Many of these are now selling for just $4,000 to $6,000, despite once costing over $50,000 new. Back to Japan, up next is a Corolla that's anything but ordinary, and yet no one seems to want it, at least not yet. Toyota Matrix XRS. At first glance, the Toyota Matrix XRS may look like just another compact hatchback, but this unassuming 5-door is hiding something serious under the hood, a high-revving engine lifted directly from the Toyota Celica GTS. Specifically, it comes with the 2.0-liter engine legendary 2 4/10-liter 2 ZZGE inline-4, co-developed with Yamaha and capable of revving up to an 8,200 revolutions per minute redline. Paired with a 6-speed manual transmission, this engine makes 180 horsepower and 133 pound-feet of torque, transforming the Matrix from a boring grocery getter into a legitimate hot hatch. Originally built between the year 2003 and the year 2006, the Matrix XRS was the enthusiast version of what was otherwise a very conservative vehicle lineup. The car rode on a sport-tuned suspension setup and came with tighter steering, bigger brakes, and alloy wheels. Unlike many modern hatchbacks that try to look sporty but feel numb behind the wheel, the XRS was designed to be driven hard, and it rewards the driver with razor-sharp throttle response and a sound that screams through the upper revs. It is the kind of car that makes a daily commute feel like a lap around a race circuit. Despite its performance credentials, the Matrix XRS remains largely unknown. Many buyers overlook it entirely, confusing it with the base models, which are tuned for economy rather than speed. That lack of awareness works to your advantage. Well-maintained examples can be found for between $4,000 and $7,000, depending on condition and region. And because it shares parts with both the Corolla and Celica, repairs are easy and affordable. But if you want comfort over cornering, this next one is a forgotten Lexus sibling with sedan DNA. Scion IM. Searching for a compact hatchback that feels far more upscale than its price tag? The Scion IM from the year 2016 could be the best-kept secret in the used car world. Produced for just 1 year before being rebranded as the Toyota Corolla hatchback, the IM combines legendary Toyota reliability with a design most buyers have completely forgotten. It strikes a rare balance, driving like a premium vehicle, handling with poise, and costing far less than more popular alternatives. Power comes from a 1 8/10-liter 4-cylinder engine, making 137 horsepower and 126 pound-feet of torque. While those numbers lean modest, the engine is paired with either a continuously variable transmission or a 6-speed manual that offers smooth, responsive daily driving. It is not a performance hatch, but it is a dependable commuter with fuel economy in the mid-30 miles per gallon range, ideal for long trips or city runs. Inside, the Scion IM surprises with quality rarely seen in this class. Soft touch materials, dual-zone climate control, a 7-inch touchscreen, and standard safety features give it an edge over rivals. The cabin feels spacious, the rear seats fold down flat, and the hatchback layout adds day-to-day practicality. Even better, you can find well-kept models on the used market for between $7,000 and $10,000, a serious value for a car built to last. Now let's leave pavement behind and dig into a rugged, underrated machine that's carved out a loyal following, one that's tougher than it looks and built to survive just about anything. Nissan Xterra. If you want a vehicle that can handle real off-road adventures without paying Jeep or Toyota prices, the Nissan Xterra is the underrated powerhouse you should be looking at. Built on a true body-on-frame platform, something few modern vehicles can claim, the Xterra offers the ruggedness, durability, and mechanical simplicity that outdoor enthusiasts crave. It is not a soft crossover or a faux sport utility vehicle. It is the real thing. With its aggressive stance, high ground clearance, and utilitarian design, it was made to get dirty and take punishment. The second-generation Xterra, which ran from the year 2005 through 2015, came equipped with a 4-liter V6 engine that produced 261 horsepower and 281 pound-feet of torque. That power plant, paired with a 5-speed automatic or 6-speed manual transmission, provided enough muscle to tow up to 5,000 pounds and conquer rocky trails with ease. The available part-time 4-wheel drive system with low-range gearing made it a favorite among budget-minded overlanders and off-roaders. Inside, the Xterra is more function than form. It offers easy-to-clean materials, fold-flat rear seats, and optional roof-mounted gear baskets and cargo tracks. Rear seat and cargo room are generous, and the squared-off shape makes it easy to pack camping gear, bikes, or dogs. It is not luxurious, but it was never meant to be. Reliability is strong, and many well-kept models surpass 200,000 miles with only routine maintenance. prices in the used market now range between $6,000 and $12,000, depending on condition and mileage. For anyone seeking rugged capability without modern price inflation, the Xterra is a steal. Ready for a futuristic hybrid that nobody actually bought? This next one is part spaceship, part savings account. Honda Insight Gen 2. At first glance, the second-generation Honda Insight might look like a Prius impersonator, but dig a little deeper and you will find a hybrid that delivers exceptional fuel efficiency, Honda build quality, and remarkable affordability, all in a package that most used car buyers completely overlook. Produced from the year 2010 to the year 2014, the second-generation Insight took aim at the Toyota Prius, but never achieved the same level of fame. And that is exactly why it is now one of the cheapest and smartest used hybrids you can buy. The Insight features a 1 3/10-liter gasoline engine paired with Honda's integrated motor assist system. Combined, they produce 98 horsepower and allow for fuel economy of up to 41 miles per gallon in the city and 44 on the highway. While those numbers are slightly below the Prius, the real advantage lies in its simplicity. The hybrid system is lighter, easier to repair, and has fewer moving parts. Plus, the Insight handles more like a regular compact car, making it a better driver's hybrid for those who prioritize feel and feedback. Inside, the Insight offers a digital gauge cluster, futuristic dashboard design, and fold-down rear seats for expanded cargo capacity. It is a 5-door hatchback, which adds practicality, and even the base trims come equipped with air conditioning, power windows, and anti-lock brakes. Maintenance costs are low, parts are widely available, and battery replacement is less expensive than with many other hybrids. Today, you can find second-generation Honda Insights for as little as $4,000 to $6,000, making it one of the most efficient and affordable cars for anyone watching gas prices. But let us crank up the cylinders. This next one sounds like a muscle car, but flies under the radar like a librarian. Chrysler 300C Hemi. If you are looking for unapologetic American muscle wrapped in a full-size sedan body, the Chrysler 300C Hemi is your golden ticket. This is not just a car, it is a statement. With its long hood, bold grille, and classic rear-wheel drive layout, the 300C Hemi delivers a commanding presence on the road that few modern sedans can match. At the heart of it all is the legendary 5 7/10-liter V8 Hemi engine, pumping out 340 horsepower and 390 pound-feet of torque. That means the 300C is not just powerful, it is brutally fast, especially for a 4-door sedan that can seat 5 adults in comfort. During its prime years from the year 2005 to the year 2010, the 300C Hemi was celebrated for its smooth ride, muscular acceleration, and surprisingly refined interior. It offered a rare combination of brute strength and luxury, featuring available leather seating, wood trim, dual-zone climate control, and optional upgrades like a premium Boston acoustics audio system. The cabin was spacious and designed for comfort on long highway drives, with a suspension that soaked up road imperfections while still delivering solid handling for its size. What makes the 300C Hemi even more appealing today is its pricing. Due to shifting market demand and rising fuel prices, this once proud performance sedan has dropped deep into the bargain bin. Well-maintained examples now routinely sell for between $7,000 and $9,000, making it one of the most powerful cars you can buy for under 10 grand. And now for the final car on our list. Fast, reliable, practical, and no one's buying it. Mazda 6. When it comes to mid-size sedans, most people think of safe and sensible options like the Toyota Camry or the Honda Accord, but the Mazda 6 is a completely different experience. It is for drivers who crave precision, beauty, and emotion behind the wheel. From the year 2014 through the year 2017, Mazda produced one of the best handling sedans the segment has ever seen. With sleek flowing lines inspired by Mazda's Kodo design language and a driving experience that rivals some European sports sedans, the Mazda 6 offers a level of engagement that few competitors can match at any price. Under the hood is a 2 1/2-liter 4-cylinder engine delivering 184 horsepower and 185 pound-feet of torque, paired with either a smooth shifting 6-speed automatic or a 6-speed manual transmission. This engine gives the Mazda 6 quick acceleration and refined highway cruising. More importantly, Mazda's suspension tuning and steering feedback elevate this sedan into a class of its own. Whether carving corners or cruising through city traffic, the car feels agile, planted and responsive. It is a vehicle designed for people who still care about how a car feels on the road. Inside, the Mazda 6 impresses with premium materials, intuitive controls, and available features such as leather upholstery, heated seats, dual-zone climate control, and an optional Bose sound system. It is refined without trying too hard, sophisticated but never pretentious. The combination of dynamic performance, upscale design, and legendary Japanese reliability makes this car a complete package for buyers who want more than just A to B transportation. Here is the best part. Despite all these strengths, the Mazda 6 depreciated faster than the Camry or Accord. Today, you can find clean, low-mileage examples for between $8,000 and $13,000. It is cheaper than a comparable Honda Civic and far more engaging to drive. That's 14 cars nobody's talking about yet. If one of these surprised you, hit like to show some love. Subscribe so you never miss another insider find. And in the comments, tell us, which forgotten car do you think deserves a comeback?